Today on EcksToo, we're going to be showing you everything the Death Star 1 has to offer in the new official Minecraft Star Wars DLC pack. Now, this DLC pack is humongous, and whilst the Death Star does look very nice on its exterior, there is plenty to explore within it. Not to mention a ton of interactivity and loads of Easter eggs that you can find in the Death Star 1. The Death Star 2 is in this DLC pack as well, only it is far larger, obviously, and jam-packed with way more things to explore than the Death Star 1. So, if you want that video, definitely hit that like button so I know you want to see that video after this one. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So, as you can tell, the exterior is insanely accurate. You've got this perfect cylinder appeal to it, as well as the cut-in all the way through the center of the Death Star, as well as the Superlaser right on the front. But hey, let's take a look inside. So, going inside the hangar and looking back, you can see it kind of imitates the darkness of space. But in the hangar is the Millennium Falcon. Now, the interior of the Millennium Falcon is exactly the same as when we explored it on Tatooine. So to save everyone some time here, I'm not going to go through everything this ship has to offer. If you want a detailed breakdown of this ship, there should be an info card in the top right now that will take you to our Minecraft Star Wars Tatooine video. But after that quick brief visit into the ship, let's go right back into the hangar. Checking around the hangar bay, you can find the exact location where Obi-Wan and Darth Vader had their final fight. But exploring around the hangar, there isn't too much to find here. Yes, you have some chests with some food in it and whatnot, but there isn't really much here. But by going deeper into the Death Star, things start to become a bit more detailed. Here we have stormtroopers patrolling the corridors. Here's one right now, and wow, okay, just straight up ignored me. Whilst looking like this, I'll have to deal with him later. Very rude. But anyway, by going through the corridors, we do see quite a lot of dead ends. But one place that is open is the kitchen area. This is where all the stormtroopers can gather and eat across a massive table. And here you have some chests filled with food and a furnace. But besides that, all the closed corridors are unfortunately dead ends. I tried breaking my way through to see if there was anything hidden, but it appears not to be. All just completely solid, I'm afraid. But if you're playing this in survival, maybe you can carve out your own little area. I did try it on some other closed corridors just in case, but they were all closed up. But anyway, after leaving the corridors, I generally thought that might be it. I looked on the upper half to see if there was any hidden rooms on the second level, because there are some stairs that you can climb up, and those would lead to bigger ships that are 2 stories high, for example. I did find this cubby hole entrance in the front of the hangar bay of the Death Star. I walked in and then followed up the path to find 2 little windows and computer terminals. Here I can assume Imperial staff can check any ships that come into the hangar. There is also a chest in the other corner as well in case any of the Imperial staff get hungry. But besides that, that was pretty much it. I looked around at the vents in the top to see if there was any secret entrances I could find. Whilst you could open and close the vents, there wasn't really anything there. And just when I was about to give up all hope, I was checking through the windows in the top right area of the hangar bay. And there we find a control room for the hangar bay. The other windows lead to nothing, but this actually had a separate room that you could enter into. So how do we get inside it? Well, first we need to... Look at that, they actually managed to add some mouse droids in there. They look really cute. Even the little sounds they make as well. There seems to be quite a bit of attention to detail to this Minecraft DLC pack. I like it. Anyway, where was I? To get into the control room, there is one little area in the far right of the hangar bay, which is an elevator. Clicking that button takes you up directly into the control room. And after looking around and looking into the hangar bay, I was trying to find anything I could interact with. The computer terminals looked really cool, but as I was coming to the other corner of the room, I noticed a button. You press it, the door opens, and there's R2-D2, just in the exact same scene in A New Hope. After R2-D2 show me the way to the next area to explore, we come to 3 elevator rooms. But what's really impressive is what's behind it. You've got this amazing Imperial aesthetic with the lighting, the metal grooves climbing all the way up from the bottom to the top of the room. Honestly, this texture pack has really nailed the Imperial aesthetic from the original trilogy. I absolutely love it. I flew up to see if there was anything hidden in that secret room in the top left. But after breaking the door, there wasn't anything there, which sucked, but hey-ho. So with the 3 elevators, we've got 2 that go up and the middle one that goes down. Starting with the first elevator that takes us up, I immediately find a control room with loads of computer terminals and lots of interactive buttons and switches. But what is this for exactly? Well, after playing around with the interior, I decided to look into the other room, and there you go. We have the Death Star's Superlaser. and with the texture pack, we can see this amazing laser get charged up. Now, I don't know if I accidentally activated it in the other room. I only came to this one after the control room, so I believe I might have flicked a button that turned this effect on. After flying around and exploring it a little bit without getting any radiation poisoning, there wasn't really that much else to explore in this room. Again, fake doors that don't lead anywhere, but there you go. I thought this was really cool and the texture pack captures this really well. For anybody that does have this mod pack, let me know if you actually have to turn this effect on. I swear I might have missed something here. Also, while we're at it, my question of the day is, what are your thoughts on the Death Star 1 in this Minecraft DLC pack? Do you think it's relatively accurate and you're happy with the results? Or do you feel like it's just too Minecrafty and it doesn't capture that original trilogy magic? Let me know in the comments down below. That's your question of the day. Anyway, coming into the other room, we see the countdown timer. This room was used for the Empire's perspective as they are lining up to take the shot on the moon Yavin 4 in order to destroy the rebellion. But of course, spoilers, the station was destroyed before it could be fired again. Not to mention, they got this eerily accurate compared to the film. So kudos to Mojang for that one. Now onto the second elevator. This one takes us down into a conference room. And this was the corridor shootout scene with the stormtroopers and Luke Skywalker and Han Solo. After being completely suppressed by a ton of fire of stormtroopers, Luke Skywalker decides to jump down a vent in the corridor. Han Solo follows and they end up in the trash compactor. Now, I'm pretty sure everyone knows the trash compactor scene because it happens exactly in this mod. As you can tell, the walls get smaller and smaller and smaller, crushing everything together. And just at the last second, it stops and the doors open. After getting out, there's only one way to go, which is up. After taking the elevator, we get to our next scene in the Star Wars A New Hope. This is the room where Luke and Leia had to swing from one side of the bridge to the other. And that's where the infamous first kiss happened, which was kind of gross. But if anyone was curious about if they fell instead of swung across, well, actually, they'd be very safe because it's just slime blocks at the bottom. They would have been totally fine, no fall damage. But when you get down there, you find a chest, and when opening them, you get potions of leaping. This is probably associated with the idea of swinging from one side of the bridge to the other by leaping up higher in Minecraft. Listen, they did the best they could, okay? Fun little fact about that scene, actually. They didn't have any stunt doubles. Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill had to do that scene on their own first try. Yeah, talk about lucky, right? After successfully reaching to the other side, we find another elevator bringing us down back into the hangar. Now, I'm not going to waste anybody's time. We're going to jump straight back to where we fell into that vent. After getting back into the room and going straight down the corridor, we actually find another button after the air vent area. This little secret area is Leia's prison. The scene where Luke Skywalker and Leia meet each other for the first time. Kind of actually explains why there's a splash awkward potion here. Nice touch, Mojang. I like that. And after going all the way down to the end of the corridor, well, that appears to be it. I did try to break through the white blocks to see if there was anything on the other side, but there wasn't. I looked around for other switches, and honestly, I couldn't find any more. So let's head back and go to that final elevator. This elevator takes us up. And here we see even more amazing Imperial aesthetics from the original trilogy. This time the light's giving a dim green glow instead of a bright white light. This room was actually where Obi-Wan shots off the tractor beam. He has to carefully skirt all the way around the machine without falling. And you can do that just the same in this DLC pack. Hitting all of those switches have some sort of sound effect to them, but after turning off all three, nothing really appears to happen. I think a chest appears on the other side, which when opened, you find one of the 12 discs you have to find in the DLC pack. But I'm not sure if that actually happens. I just did the switches first, then open up the chest. But honestly, compare it to the film, the people at Mojang did an incredibly accurate job. But I gotta ask the question again, what if Obi-Wan actually fell? Well, he'd actually be fine too, because it's just slime blocks at the bottom. So honestly, he had nothing to worry about. Upon entering this room, you can see a secondary pathway above you. I flew up to see if there was anything hidden, but again, just doors you can't open. So back to the normal pathway, and when you get to the other side of the bridge after completing this room, it brings you back to the hangar again. And that's pretty much it. That's all the interior that I could find in the Death Star for the Minecraft Star Wars DLC pack. Honestly, guys, I really recommend this pack for yourselves. And hey, I might have actually missed some things here. So why not get it and have a little look around yourself? But that does bring me to the end of the video. Like I said, this is just the Death Star 1. The Death Star 2 is in this pack as well, and it is so much bigger. And of course, if you want me to do a detailed breakdown of the Death Star 2, definitely hit that like button and let me know in the comments down below. That way, I am absolutely sure you want to see more of this Minecraft DLC pack. And of course, don't forget our question of the day, which is, what is your thoughts on the Death Star 1 in this Minecraft Star Wars DLC pack? Do you think the people who made this map did a really good job and a lot of attention to detail? Or do you feel it's just too Minecrafty to get into that original trilogy vibe? Really interested in your thoughts and opinions on that one, guys. But as always, I've been Charlie, you've been watching EcksToo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys.